Hello. Happy full moon. I'm feeling it. I am feeling it. Oh, I'm feeling it. Are you feeling it? So we got this payload. Giving it out, giving it out, giving it out now. I love you guys. Hello, gods and goddesses. Hey, beautiful. So you guys seeing it and feeling it. Hello. I'm lovely. How are you? Got my together feathers here. So if you want to know what the together feather is, that's it. And I love to put my pillow and my sage all through my house with my together feathers. If you didn't get a together feather, message me. If you already messaged me, I sent out like 35 and I have more. I have to find more feathers. We put a bunch of them together. So I have to find more. So just be patient with me. But if you want a together feather, they're for if you lost somebody and you want to feel together with them. So message me. Me and True make them. They're super fun. Hi, Mama. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Oh, my goodness. So, you guys seeing out there that all that glitters ain't gold? You know, seeing that? I love you guys. And I love to see that all that glitters ain't gold, right? Because it's like, sometimes when we're out here and we think we're comparing ourselves to somebody, it's not even real. It's not even real. I love you. Yeah, that's Palo. Yep. Hello, beautiful one. I had such a great day today. It was like the timing was like just impeccable. I got so much stuff fit into one day. So much fun stuff. How did you feel today? How are you feeling, as these energies move up and down? How are you dealing with that in your life? How are you taking that into your life? How are you using these energies to benefit you? I put my intentions into my water. Cheers. I love you, girl. I love you. Hello, beautiful. Guys, right now is a really good time to go into your peace. Go into your space of love. Hi. Go into your happiness. Go into your abundance. That's where your soul is in there. In your peace and your joy and your happiness, that's where your soul is. That's what your soul's all about. Peace, love, happiness, right? So anything else isn't of soul. And so it's like that makes it okay. So, that's what these people that are walking around all glittery, they're seeing that they're not even happy because they don't feel the happiness in their soul. They have all the outside happiness. That's what you're seeing out here. I love you guys. I have clients that have a lot of money and they don't have that peace and love and happiness in their life. So they're always chasing something. They're always feeling like something's missing. Where I have people who don't really have much at all, and they're so in tune with their peace, love, and happiness that you would swear that they have the world. That's the thing, guys. That's the thing. It's how do you honor your soul? What kind of things do you do with your soul? What kind of things do you do with your time? What kind of things do you do in your community, for your neighbors, in your conversations? What kind of things do you do to feed your soul? You have to feed your body, you have to feed your soul, you have to feed your mind. What are you feeding you, right? Get to know you. There's so much in there. That's what I love about these moons, is like, it feels like certain moons kind of move me different here and there, and this one is really feeling good. And it's like, I don't know, it's like getting a little bit firmer and knowing that like I can feel my emotion, but I don't have to let that emotion be me. Like I can feel it, I can honor that I feel it, and I can just swoop right past it, right? And so if you find a place where you're not honoring a feeling, then get into that and figure out how you can put peace, love, or happiness into that thing that doesn't feel good, right? And then boom, that's how it works. That's how you put love in it. That's how you infuse things with your love. So, you know, you're such an awesome testimony. So, like, I have 6 people on here, and I bet you that you guys are awesome. Like, I bet you that the story of your life would inspire someone. I bet you that the things that you've overcome and the things that you've gotten through, that if you can make connections by being in alignment, that you would meet the people that you were supposed to run into to inspire with your story, to inspire with your greatness. I love you guys. Girl, yes, I'm working through this. Yeah. And it's like, you know, the more that your body is in alignment with the divine, the more the things come to you that are in purpose for your soul. The more people that you meet that, you know, you guys have a soul purpose in one another's life to evolve and get better and be love, right? And so, you know, sometimes when you're falling off and you're in the doo-doo and things are crazy and everything's everywhere, you really have to just fall into gratitude and just think real deep in your life about what are you thankful for? What could you give thanks for? What could you wake up in the morning before you even open your eyes and say thank you for? What could you go throughout your day? How could you add more gratitude into your day? You know, do you say thank you to your food? Do you say thank you to your friends? Do you say thank you when you write? Do you give thanks for the things that you do have in this life? That's a huge thing. Everything is connected and everyone is connected. And so, you know, you pour gratitude into people, you know. You don't even have to see them. You can just sit there by yourself with your journal and just say, you know, I'm so grateful for this or that. I'm so grateful that I got in tune with myself like this. I'm so grateful that the knowledge is deep inside of you. And that it's a journey to go in there and get it. And that, you know, healing is real sometimes and it'll leave you raw sometimes. But there are people around you that understand this. It's like right now what's going on big time is this connectedness. We're feeling really, really connected to one another. And how do we use that for the name of love? How do we incorporate all the things that we've learned in self-love into a community type relationship? That's what's happening right now. So my advice is clean it up. Do a lot of root work. You know, I've been in here getting in on my root work. I've been cleaning my house, cleaning my bathrooms, cleaning my closets, cleaning my car out, you know, getting down in the bills, getting down with the paperwork, getting down with the new tires, getting down with the foundational structural things, you know, that groundwork, that work. You know, it's so easy to be up here manifesting all the time, but you have to do groundwork to clear that up because you want to start from the root up and you want to build from a solid, clean, sturdy, stable, reliable foundation, right? And so that root work is everything. And, you know, it's funny, I feel it like before the moon comes up, so I get like real grounded, like I'm nestling in before the moon comes up, and I get to clean in my house, and I get to get in my groceries, and I get to, you know, prepping my stuff and getting ready for everything. So, you know, this time, the full moon isn't just right now, and I say this all the time, it's leading up to it, and it's going past it. It's just right now, the energy is just like super fucking delicious, right? You know, you have to make time to connect to your soul. That's why my coaching isn't for everyone. Like, anyone can really do it, but not everyone is willing to do it because it really is a lot of time getting a routine to connect with your soul. Because in connecting to your soul, you connect your soul to the divine, and that's the co-creation. You know, it's the alignment and then the connection, which makes the co-creation. You know, you send that out and it's like, you know, God or whatever you call it is like praying on your side, like being on your team about your prayer and your wish that you're sending up and your heart's desires and what you really want. So it's like this big conspiracy all working for you. How can you not get pumped up about this? Challenge yourself to set new routines in your life. And that's what I do in my group. And like, you know, I kind of like kick ass in like a subtle, on your time kind of way, because it really is up to you. But it really is some hard work, when we're talking about connecting to the soul and challenging yourself to do things that are outside of your comfort zone, in places where you don't feel like you know enough to explore that place. I love you too, girl. Um, we're merging with the beloved right now. So this raise in vibration, this union in self, this divine masculine and feminine rising, this is a merging with the beloved. Whatever you want to call it, it's a merge. It's a complete and total like braid into each other. And it has a passionate feeling connected to it, so there's a bunch of things that you can do to connect to the beloved, right? There's a bunch of different ways and whatever. Thank you. Kundalini, Tantra, anything balanced in the male and female, my vibrational alignment coaching. There's a bunch of things out there, right? Energy work, all kind of stuff. But my encouragement is that when you feel passionate about life, when you feel like something like turned you on and like made you feel sexy or whatever, practice taking that feeling and bringing it up your body and up your spine and surrounding your whole entire body with that feeling and coming out of the root of the crown chakra, right? And it's powerful. It's amazing to connect with the beloved like that. And through doing that, I've learned other things. And through doing that, I've learned other things. And so, I have a coaching sacred sex. I teach people to keep their sex sacred and how to use that energy to create the things that they want in their life instead of be off balance in that place. No, I'm not looking for a date, Larry, but thank you. You're super cute. So I did a meditation about this in my group today, and it was pretty fire. I know that they're going to be probably a little bit shocked because, like, in my group, I went into detail about this meditation. And that's what the group is for. It's for the deep stuff that you just don't want anybody who's just rummaging through to, fall on. This is some sacred stuff that I'm talking about. So I love to have my group because it's like this like sacred place to talk about all these really crazy things. But, guys, if you're wishing, I get so many messages all the time, and, it's crazy that this is where we came to right now. If you're wishing for a partnership, that's not it. That's not it. This is not it. If you're wishing for a partnership, you're trying to ignore it yourself. You're trying to ignore your journey. The people that are looking and that's what they're wishing for, that's not it. That's like a yearning, right? And so this is a really big time to think bliss for you. Peace, happiness, joy. What would make your life feel like it was working smoother? What would make your life feel like it was more peaceful? Think of ways to give out love, how you give out love, your unique ways. So True and I make Together Feathers. You guys can make rock CDs. I don't even care. Just however you give out love, that comes back to you. However, whatever ways you can figure out to give out love, it'll come back for you. So, if you're wishing for partnerships or friendships or jobs or whatever, it's coming from like a needy place. It's not coming from a, I know I got this. I'm bossing up about it. I'm speaking up about it. This is mine. This is my job. This is my man. This is my stuff. This is what I'm doing, right? And so, you can think bliss or you can think chaos, right? And so 8 minutes of either one of those things is going to send your brain into two totally different places. So 8 minutes of thinking bliss is going to completely lift your vibes and make you high. 8 minutes of thinking chaos is going to completely send you down the hill of doom and gloom and doo-doo. You're going to be shitting, you're going to be sliding on the shit everywhere if you think that chaos for 8 minutes, right? So it's up to you to think this way. Guys, I do little things out of love all the time, and it's just because, it gets placed in my heart to give it out. Oh shit, girl. Some things I don't bring on screen all the time. I was holding it when I made my video. A lot of work goes into these videos. I love you guys. To everybody who does videos, because there's a lot of work that goes into these to dig down deep into what we're doing and what we have going on to bring this out to you about what's going on and how it really is love. How all these things are coming up that are just bringing you to love yourself more, to accept yourself more, to go deeper inside, to make connections with people that get that you're going deeper inside. Deeper inside, to connect with the beloved, to get this guidance yourself. I love how you always say it is, girl. It is, girl. It is, girl. I'm telling you, man. So I do this manifestation all the time, right? But right now with the energy, it's just like a super cool energy to manifest with and to co-create with. And so, I know there are a lot of people out there thinking they got to do all kind of tricky stuff. I don't, and I just go with my guidance. Like this moon, I was guided to have the elements, have my water, have my fire, be outside, do all those things. I go with what I feel. Sometimes I feel like I need to sleep. Sometimes I feel like I need to, I don't know, water, whatever. I don't know. So, this is a supercharged time where you feel really connected to people. So you're walking outside, you're seeing people, you're going to work, you're connecting with people, you're with your kids at the park, you're connecting with all these people. Well, God might have definitely brought you to me, Larry, for sure. That's what God does. Connects me with all the people that I'm supposed to. I never question it. I'm telling you, I used to. So it's easy sometimes to think that other people have it easier than us. That's deep, right? So it's easy sometimes to look at someone's life, the car they drive, the house they live in, their social media, the things our kids get to do, like all these things. It's so easy to look at other people's lives and think that, man, it must be nice to have it that easy. I'm going to tell you, this goes back into all that glitters ain't gold. Just because it appears like it's easier, that doesn't mean it's easier. Like, this is all emotional stuff coming up. Aquarius is linked, all my Aquarius friends are really emotional. And so when I hear that, I just hear, emotions are churning up. But I think what we're doing is we're learning to harness these emotions. Like, we're learning how to not let them roll us and not let them dominate us. Have I been off in my emotions? Yes. Have things happen that triggered my emotions and yeah, I cried. You know what I mean? I had all kind of things come up, but it was really teaching me to just grab a hold of that and just know that, yeah, that's an emotion, but that's not me. Right? See you later. Thanks for letting me know that I have that inside of me. Right? It's work, guys. It takes work. You gotta constantly be training your brain. You gotta constantly be, going in on self, meditating, getting to know yourself, getting to know you in your sacred seer. But, so guys, everything isn't as it appears. In quantum physics, the moment, as soon as it happens, collapses down. So, think about that. What does that mean? As soon as the moment happens, it collapses down. It's done, right? And so you're always creating ahead of what you actually see in the physical. So, like, your creations in your mind are ahead of what's collapsing. So, like, whatever you're creating can be next. There doesn't have to be any kind of logical reasoning for it. It's just what you saw in your sacred seer. So, yeah, everything is everything, and then it collapses, and then it could be something else. And so, what are you thinking about? What are you letting your mind go to? Chaos or bliss? What, where are you spending your time at? Think bliss. Enjoy happiness and peace. A happy soul is a happy life. I see that it's getting risky out here in the name of love. And what do I mean by that? So I get a lot of messages. I talk to a lot of people. Thank you. I love you for trusting me and talking to me. There's a lot of exposing dishonesty going on out here. And bless everyone's heart. Overcoming repression and violence. That's humongous. When you're coming out and you're overcoming your repression and your violence, and you're exposing the dishonesty, that's a tough place to be. That's like you have to be a fucking warrior to be there. You have to be really strong, and that takes a lot of energy. But, you're doing it in the name of love in unique, original, and powerful ways. You're doing this for you because truth is freedom. The truth will set you free. I've always been the truth. My mom will tell you that she could not tell me anything because I would tell anybody anything. Like, you could, or if like I knew I shouldn't tell you, I would get like real nervous and you would just know already. Yeah, I see. That's what I've been doing. I've been using truth as my weapon, man. And, in that, I'm getting my power back. Like, it's so funny because you wouldn't even think. You think, the opposite, that you lose power and you lose friends and you lose this and you lose that. You don't. You every time I tell the truth better and better, I just get set free and set free and set free and set more free. And it's like a lifelong learner thing. It's not like something like you tell the truth one time and then you're set free. It's like, you're constantly getting those spirals coming back up. Like, okay, are you going to be truthful here? Okay, are you going to be truthful here? Are you going to give your truth here? Are you going to be here now? So, guys, in that, in the truth, you have to free yourself from the things that hurt you. So the truth is only love is real. And so anything that hurt you, that was fear, that was mean, manipulative, greedy, whatever, icky, all of those things happened to you for a reason. It happened to show you that only love is real, to show you that you can collapse these things and create your life from no matter what you've been through, right? And so, to clear out subconscious programming, one must sit in the dark with the dark. In the dark. With the dark. It's the unknown. It's the you only know what it feels like in there. You only know what it feels like to be kind of walking up on a fear and not really sure which one was going to pop out. To sit in that fear or hurt or abandonment or pain or whatever and cry and shake and write out things that you never even realized you were harboring inside of you. This is inner child work. This is like what I'm explaining to you. It's like inner child work, and it goes up until whenever. So when I tell you about quantum physics and collapsing the wave, you can go back into time and collapse waves and change waves there too. So see, that's what I love. And it's like, if you don't want to do that and you don't want to take the time in your life to do that, I love you. I do. I want to heal. I want to be free. I want to be connected to my soul. I don't want to feel restricted. I don't want to feel suffocated by trying to please everyone. I just want to, the more I live this soul, I want to live this soul, like really live this soul. So empowering to show up in our truth and experiences love to the fullest, loving someone, even when they don't show us love, fully embracing I am love. This inner child work is so real. Yeah, girl. Yeah, girl. I've been working with this lady, Sophia Charles, Jupiter 1111 from YouTube, and it is amazing. I've been working heavy on my inner child for like the past 35 days, and the things that are happening in my life are astonishing. You know, my dad's family is coming together. I haven't even talked to my dad in a year, and all of a sudden I'm talking to him and his whole entire family. There's all kind of things churning up about old past hurts and pains and things like that, and we're all talking about it and connecting in ways that we never connected before. And so, you know, inner child work is so deep. Getting to know your soul is so deep. It's such a great, phenomenal work to get to know your soul, and it's work. You know, it's not just like, just ask and it is given. I mean, it is, but you have to dig through the trenches of it. It's not just this pretty thing where you just look so pretty and you feel so great all the time. Like, sometimes you can hit the pits in this stuff, and some of the inner child stuff can be really weird. Like, what? I didn't even know that was anything, right? You get in there like, that was the weirdest fucking shit ever. Like, but I feel free from it, right? And you don't even know. But then, like, as you process that, you're like, oh, holy shit. Like, that affected me here and here and here and here. It's wild. It's wild. It's an honorable thing to face the things that you run or hid from in your life. And so it's a really hard thing, and it's a really challenging thing. But it's so honorable to yourself. Like, when you're in that moment, you face that thing and you're like, all right, that wasn't as bad as I thought. That's a really good feeling. You know, facing your shadows, facing the things that hurt you, it's real. It will leave you raw. Like, your flesh hurts, right? Like this tattoo I just got. Oh my gosh. I love my tattoo, but I feel like I'm sunburned. I was talking to Brian and I was like, I feel like I have a sunburn. I don't even know why people get tattoos. I mean, it's going to look nice once it's healed, but, you know, it's so funny because I was talking to my sisters and I'm like, it just reminds me of the healing process. How, you know, it's for a great reason. It's going to look so pretty. It's, you know, I love it. It fits my soul, right? But, you know, when you're going through it and you're getting that put on, I mean, it hurts. And then you're raw. And then you're healing, right? You know, and it's funny because the third eye and the throat chakra are like having a little bit of a harder time. And like, that's where I've been in the energetic field for like the past like week. That's where I really been needing to put a lot of work and do a lot of things and balance out the energy and kind of get in here and alchemize myself. Yeah. Yeah, see, and that's huge. And that's, you know, that's what I teach too. And, you know, we're being real about it. We write out the things that we don't like. We face them and talk about them freely with one another. And, you know, that's what I love, because the more you can talk about it and the more you can release it in healthy ways, the more you can really be free from that. And then that's when the time is that you're going to inspire someone that way, right? So when you release that fear and you get to the place where you can talk about it, like in the name of love, that's how you're going to inspire somebody else to move from their situation in the name of love, right? So this is happening to push you like past your limitations. All this moon, all this energy, all this rise of energy, all these light codes, all these things coming in, all these energetic shifts. They want to help you. That, you know, if you, there's so many things that happen out here, guys. You know, people have been messaging me about conflict and enemies, right? And it's been coming up in like different things around me. But let me tell you that any conflict and any enemies you have in your life, your vibe attracts who is attracted to you. And so if you have any conflict or any enemies in your life, you have conflict or you're enemy with yourself. And that's real, you know, because you're attracting that with your vibration to clear that out and to change that and to set a boundary and to move out of that. So ask yourself, what are you holding on to attract this? Listen in. You know, what am I doing to attract this chaos in my life? What am I doing to attract this feeling of an enemy in my life? Like, what am I putting into this pattern to make this happen in my life? And listen in. and ask to be shown where this is coming from. Ask to know where this is coming from and how to get to the core of it, because you are the gateway to divine love. Your body. You and 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 you. All of you. All of you. Gateways to divine love. Every single person. And it's, how do you see peace? How do you see joy? How do you see happiness? What does that make you feel like in your heart? What do you do to connect? What do you do to have fun? How do you lift the planet? What do you do? That's special. Hello, love. It's never the external things. The external is just a reflection of the internal to show you what you need to work on, where you're good at, all these things. And I believe that in the external, we always get these blessings and these God winks to push us inside. And it's up to us to figure it out, to go there and connect with our soul. And then once you realize that you are a gateway to divine love, you seek connection with others. You want them to be different, because, you blend opposing ideas and you mix it all in and show how everything is love, the same love. There's no one way to be love, or to show love, or to receive love, or to surrender to love. All of these things are inside you. You do have a system inside you. You need to align yourself. You need to align your energetic body and connect it with the divine. That is what you need to do to get these messages, to know, to get connected with your internal guidance system, to build a relationship with yourself, to fall in love with yourself. That shit takes time. Somebody messaged me the other day, do you believe in love at first sight? Yeah, I do, because I love at first sight. But when you're talking about love at first, I want to build a bond. I'm not trying to be love at first sight. I love everybody at first sight. But if you're talking relationship, I'm talking, I want to build bonds. And I don't care if it's a lady at the flower store all the way to my DM. I love you guys. I'm trying to build bonds out here. See where you're going. I see what you want to do. I'm out here to do big work. I need to figure out what I need to give you, what our relationship got going on, and know, is there an equal give and take in that? Because that's all I'm looking for. And then we could collaborate. We could do all kind of cool stuff together. I love when love brings me cool people. I love that I work with Ian at Listening to Smile. I love all my students, how my students are my teachers in my group. I love how love just automatically brings people to me for my coaching and for my energy work and for my massages at the airport and for, the things that I do with my baby, because they felt drawn to, they felt called to, they listened to their internal GPS and reached out and connected with me. I love that kind of stuff. Those synchronistic connections. I love my girlfriends who we can talk about healing in the heart and the womb and the everything. I fall in love with this stuff. We're out here making choices in the name of love. And so, your choices, you have to deal with the things that happen when you make choices, right? And so when you get in line, and connect with the divine, you feel more confident when you make choices, because you get these ideas, and sometimes they're wild, and sometimes they're not really logical, and sometimes they're like, what in the actual fuck, right? But they are guidance. It's guidance for the choices that you have to make on the fly. You can get to this before you can get to your girlfriend. You can get to this before you can get to your mom. You can get to this before you can get to your man. This is always with you, this relationship. And that's why I am like the cheerleader, build it, build it, build it. If you build it, it will come. If you build it, it will come. I love this, guys. So, we're learning to accept all of us fully. So, our whole self. How great is that? Some of us were walking around here well, I love this, and this about me, but I'm not too sure about me in this part. And we're starting to love the parts of ourselves that we didn't really love before. Guys, intentions are so huge, especially around a full moon. So, give out love. Um, declare what's yours. Give out, speak what you want, say what you want. Speak the things that you want. Don't keep wrapping up in the same doo-doo. Like I had a very similar situation come up and try me the other day, and I was like, no. Mm-mm. And that's loving yourself. That's setting boundaries. That's learning in your life, like I said, where you're strong on your boundaries and where you're weak on your boundaries and where you need to toughen up and where you're getting a little bit soft in the name of love and where, it's okay, guys. Um, Now is the time to attract great fortune. If you have a happy soul, you have a happy life. Follow your soul. There's fortune there. There's bliss. There's everything that you ever dreamed of, everything that your heart desires. It is like now is the time to attract greatness. And so that's why I talk about these moons and the energy and how to clear out your energy and simple things to help you create an alignment and how alignment connects you with the divine. And then you're just co-creating at like record speeds, right? And so, peace, happiness, joy, and abundance, that's your soul. That's your soul. That, even though it might feel weird if you've been a really logical person, to tap into that peace and happiness and joy and abundance can feel really weird and fluffy and kind of like imaginistic. Oh shit, did I just make up a new word? Imaginistic? That's what it feels like, imaginistic. Give me some hearts if you feel like creating feels like imaginistic coming from logical life. I love you. So, we are speaking what we want into our lives. We are literally, when they talk about you're the bridge, what does that mean? I dove into that for like 6 months. You're the bridge, you're the bridge, you're the bridge. I didn't know. I'm like, the bridge of what? Like, what bridge? And I learned that, and it's funny because my tattoo, I told you guys the throat chakra and the third eye chakra are healing up a little bit slower than the rest. And I believe that energy speaks to you, and that's how it works. And so it's telling me that, by me not being able to speak, it's affecting some other things clearly enough and say enough. And so, that's what I love, and be bold and commanding with my words and gentle and soft and love. And, there's so many different things you want to be with your words, but you want to be bold with your words because you can get guilt and regret out of your life. You can drip it off you. You can command it off you. Command it out of your life. You can command these feelings that you feel that don't feel good. You can command them be away from you and fill that space with love. It's just learning how to work that space, learning how to work your bridge, how to bridge the things you see in your sacred seer into this actual physical reality. It comes through your mouth. It's the power of your words. And, it's so funny because that's what always think up was to me, like, I started to think about what I was thinking about. I started to pay attention to what I was talking about, pay attention to what I was saying. And, here I am on the same journey 13 years later, and I came back to doing another, a new 30-day routine where I speak only life into my life or death, because sometimes in your life you want things to die off so you don't have to deal with that anymore, right? So you speak the life or you speak the death into your life. That's your choice. You are the creator of your experience. Hey love, I love you. I'm good. I'm vibing from this moon, babe. I'm vibing. I had to give True a bath. She passed out. I give my baby a salt bath. So if you guys are questioning if that's a good thing, I think it's a good thing. I give her salt. I give her baking soda. We put some essential oils in there because for the full moon, all the kids are like, ah. I would dip all of them in that tub. Every single one of them. Guys, celebrate that you can command things out of your life and bring things and call things into your life, and that you can create your life. And what you see up here through just, practicing how to say it. And sometimes, when you go to first say it, you're shaky in your voice. I still get nervous for these videos, but not as nervous as whenever I first started doing it. Yes, girl. Yes, girl. I do Epsom salt, I do a little bit of baking soda, and I do essential oils, and of course bubbles, sometimes bath bomb. We try to limit all that. So, guys, right now, if you have projects, complete them. Don't give up on your project. Don't let go. That came from somewhere. Complete that stuff before you start new stuff. Let the small things in life excite you again. Like time together with special people, beautiful mornings, the way that the air is starting to chill up here in Pennsylvania in the morning, starting to feel like fall, different birds are coming out. You got the dew, you got the fog in the valleys, What are you being thankful for? What are you letting excite you in your life? Are you waiting for these big things to excite you? Or are you being excited by the little everyday small things? The time with me and my daughter and my niece today to eat dinner together and have a romantic dinner and paint our toenails and go to the park and have our girls' time, and to, for me to have all the time to do all the things that I needed to do today, plus still pump this video out to you because it's my bliss. When you're in your bliss, it doesn't feel like work. I worked all day long. None of it felt like work. Flowers and geese. Yeah, flowers and geese have been everywhere for me too. We've been outside a lot lately, and that's the thing, I work and it doesn't feel like work, and I have kids and it doesn't feel like work, and I create and I do this and it doesn't feel like work. That's why I want you guys to find your bliss, because when you're living your bliss, you're lit up from the inside. I have conversations with girls in my group about these cool things that come to them just because they're living in their bliss, just because they're doing the things that they love to do. All these people from the outside are attracted in. All these people that are, that they've been wanting to just love on for so long. Now that they have been in their bliss, these people are they're coming to them like, I love you. I love this stuff. Synchronicities are easy to be grateful for. The connections of the people that you meet, no matter where you are. Like, I know my connections on here have been getting better and better and better and better and better. And I'm super pumped because when I first came out on Facebook and on YouTube videos, I was giving out my phone number. I had no idea what I was doing. And I got bombarded with all kind of crazy shit. I didn't have good boundaries. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. We grow. We grow. I have YouTube videos that prove how scared I used to get. Or you can read through the messages and see they're crazy, but that's okay. I love every connection that I made. I love the lessons that I learned. The things that I'm attracting by doing this work inside of me, the things I'm clearing out, the things I'm growing past, the things I'm evolving towards, the things I'm creating. Like, it's just so good. It's just so good. These moons are just so good. So are you feeling blocked or burnout? Because I've been getting some messages about that. Ground your roots into the earth. Clear out your chakras. Learn about your chakras. I'm not going to get deep with it, guys. I have a group of people who are really, really serious about it. I've been talking about them for 3 years. Ground into the earth and straighten out your chakras. Step out with bold visions. When you have these visions that come to life, write a book, do this thing, go to this place, talk to this person, link up with this, do this. Those are aha moments. When you have a thing, so-and-so isn't what they seem, so this isn't what it seems, right? Those are aha moments. Tune into your heart to take action. So when you have an aha moment come in your life, you have to pause sometimes for a second, feel the feeling, let it pass, tune into your heart to make an action. That's deep. That's deep. You have to keep speaking what you want the outcome to be. So many people want this outcome, yet they speak death into this thing that they want to live. They speak life into the things that they want to die. We're strong. We're creators. We're co-creators. We line up whether we want to or not. It's just like when you get into that alignment, you clear out all the kinks, if that makes sense. So you're always lined up. just like sometimes with a bunch of kinks inside of you. And so you just need to straighten out them kinks. I don't know any better way to say it, right? If you're feeling blocked, you need to straighten out the kinks. You need to start at the root. Do you see any beliefs that you hold that are not serving you? So if you're feeling blocked, in your life, if you're feeling burnt out in your life, do you see any beliefs that you are holding on to that are not serving you? That's deep. What are you believing that feels like it's beating up against your soul, your happiness, your joy, your peace, your pleasure, your abundance? What is in your life where you feel friction in that space? You're the creator of your experience. Energy is real and alignment is bliss. Meditate to train your sacred seer. And so, a lot of people have these misconceptions about meditation, and I don't know. I mean, I teach meditation. I was afraid of it at first too. But now that I face it and I ended up becoming a teacher of meditation, I know it's so important for people to get into this seer, get into your imagination, learn to clear out those thoughts. Somebody who doesn't meditate listens to me and says, they hear me say, feel the feelings, but they don't know what that means. It's like, feel the feelings and let it go. Think the thought and let it go, like clouds. Like, okay, yeah, like you have that thought. That does not define you. This is Gold loving this live stream. I love you, girl. It was divinely inspired. So, when you meditate and you go into your sacred seer, you want to feel that feeling in your heart. So like sometimes you can go in there and it can be rainbows, and it could be a yellow brick road, and it could be the beach, and it could be the mountains, and it could be a room inside of a mountain. It could be anything you want it to be. Feel it with your heart. And speak your favorite things of those places, because I told you guys I'm doing this fast. It's going to be 30-day fast of speaking what I want. And so that's what I'm going to do. I've noticed in my life even where I have held my own self back. And so when I tell you this, I'm not telling you this from, I'm up on my chair or whatever. I even notice in my life where I fall off and where I need to do this more. And so, I'm going into a deep 30 days where I'm going to do yoga every day. See, I've been doing it here and there and everywhere, but I'm going to do it every day for 30 days. And I'm going to only speak life or death. I'm not going to get caught up in small talk anymore. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to keep creating those things. I'm going to be powerful and deliberate with my words. And that's going to take training. Because even though I do these live streams, even though I do motivational speaking, even though I do healing work, even though I talk about energy, even though I tell all these people all these things, even I sometimes can slip off into my subconscious programming. It's still there for me. Like, this is a lifelong lesson. This is never that you arrive at this perfection. This is just chipping away at it. That's why it's okay. That's why you're always right on time. That's why abundance really is everywhere for you. It's just up to you when you're going to do the work, how much of you're going to invest into yourself. What are you going to do when it feels uncomfortable? What are you going to do when the energy is intense? What are you going to do when you keep getting these synchronicities? What are you going to do when you keep hitting these walls? Are you going to tap into the information that's out here? There's so much free information out here right now about how to get into yourself, and how to connect with yourself, and how to fall in love with yourself, and how to be your best self, right? You got to use your intuition when you're linking up with people. You got to use your intuition when you're partnering up with people in relationship, in business, in friendships, and the people that are around your kids. That's what this is doing. This moon brings up things that have been in the shadows and the shadowy sides of life to make you be aware of which way you want to choose. Do you want to choose bliss, or do you want to choose chaos? I love bliss. I chose my bliss. I had some deep moments with myself these past 4 or 5 months, right? After I thought I did all the healing you could do. I chose bliss. I hope you chose bliss. I hope you choose bliss. I hope you know that you aren't what you've been through. It's here to mold you and shape you. You know, all the work that I ever did for somebody else taught me how to manage my work to work for myself. You know, it's not always really easy to work for yourself. You got to manage yourself. You got to do the paperwork. You got to be organized. You got to make the stuff. You got to create this and that. And you have to be on time. You have to be over here. You know, it's a lot going on. Different time zones. Different, you know, there's a lot. You create it. And so it's to fit you. And it's to make you happy and you joyful and you peaceful in your life, right? To make your time better, to make your routines better, to make you be a better version of yourself. It's a lot of work. Loving yourself is a lot of work. You know, and I like these moons because I like how they get people looking at themselves. I love the messages that I get around the moon because they're just so self-inflicting and self-worthy. You know, like, hey, I've been dealing with this thing for too long. Or, hey, you know, I think I deserve better right now. And that's right. And that's what you're supposed to be feeling. You know, and in these divine pushes, they don't always feel so divine. Holly, if you hear me. I love you guys. Do you guys see my wildflowers? All of a sudden, we're taking a drive, and I see these, like, beautiful wildflowers in the middle of the street. I pulled them. It's the full moon. The earth is abundant. I love you guys. I love you guys. I love you because we're all connected. I love you because, you know, you do know. I know that energy is weird and hard to understand and hard to wrap your brain around. And so that's why I try to bring out all this stuff and show you that even though it's weird, it's real. It's so real. Like, this stuff is so freaking real. And it's so weird. I love you, girl. I love you, Mara. My smile is contagious. I was just talking to my cousin about my dad. When I went to go meet my dad, I didn't even have a picture of him, right? And so I'm like, how the heck am I going to know who this guy is, you know? And so I'm in the airport, and I see this smile, and it's just like mine. I used to have a big space in between my teeth. And here's this giant smile with a huge space in between his teeth. I was like, oh, that's my dad for sure. Sure, it was. It was. My baby has her dad's lips, but my smile. I don't even know how that happens. That's how contagious it is. I love you. Probably because I've been smiling at her in her face ever since she's been born. Like, oh my God, you light my life up. I love you guys. You know, these malas that Mara got me. They're Venus love malas. So there's pink jasper and gray lava, right? And, you know, that's what I want for people. I want people to fall in love with themselves and to everybody that looks so different and to everybody that is so different. But it's such a good feeling. And, like, it's okay wherever you start to love yourself is fine. You don't have to pick this certain avenue. You don't have to do a certain thing. I just try to come out here and give you ideas and give you messages and how I've been seeing things and connecting into God and what God's been telling me about them. And it's up to you. You know, I'm not here to push you. I just want to try to make people feel better. I know some people that are in alignment are in this moon like, hell yeah, baby, right? And then some people that are in this moon that aren't in alignment are like, fuck. This shit sucks. They need a salt bath. They don't even believe in him. So, you know, share what you know with your friends. If you know about the salt bath and you know, with your kids and stuff like that, you know, let's just start sharing this love that I give out. Tell your friends. You know, when we get off these live videos, I know you run into these things. That's how the divine works. Share this with your friends. Say, I was listening to this crazy girl and she brought that up. And how that's good. And that means we're loving ourselves. And it's weird. It gets weird out here in the name of love. Love yourself. Love all of you. All of you. You know, it took me so long to tell anybody that I love chakras and pyramids and, you know, copper protects me energy is transferable, and, you know, disease can be healed. And, you know, I love to make things from natural things. But the more that I did it, the more natural it became, and the more, you know, natural it was for people to come to me for these things that they were looking for. And the more I didn't really have to go out and look for it. It just came to me right where I'm at. And, you know, as you do each thing, something unfolds to say, go ahead, get it, don't stop, follow that soul, do what you love, be happy, be peaceful, choose bliss. So may you all choose bliss for this moon. Any questions before I pop off here? Because I'm feeling, you know, like I could go off, put my feet in the bare grass, and my bare feet in the grass. It's probably a little bit wet right now. I got my pyramid tonight. So I have a best friend that we haven't talked in quite some time, and today is her birthday, and I was missing her, so I was sending her love. You know, you can set intentions for your friends, people that you don't talk to, that you miss and that you love, and you can send them love and smother them in love. And you don't have to say any real words. You know, that's what I love about this love stuff. You don't have to press into anyone. You don't have to make anyone feel uncomfortable. You don't have to go out of your way. You don't have to lose your mind. You don't have to raise your voice. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be early. You don't have to be late. You know, you can do it however you do it. It's beautiful. You know, to be in alignment with the divine is to see that there is so much perfection and imperfection. You know, that perfection and imperfection are just equal opposites. That all of it's beautiful. That we've been judging it wrong the whole time. They've been trying to scare you. I'm trying to free you. I love you guys. I've made mistakes. Big ones. And I love myself. I love every single fucking mistake I made. I love it. You know, I love that I feel younger right now at 35 than I did at 22. I love that I get it. I love that I forgive it. I love that I look for it. I love that I look in me for it. I love that I meet all of you for it. I love that I live in my bliss for it. I love that opportunities come out of the blue. I'm getting ready to do my first retreat, guys, in October with Kelly Espino. I love her. I love her. You know, I've been throwing out some things about a retreat. I didn't really get deep about my intentions with it. And look, it's better than I ever could imagine. I cannot wait to meet Kelly face to face. You know, we've had this internet relationship for a few years now, and I love her soul. She has another empowerment retreat. If you guys are up here our way, in the northeastern part of the United States, I think there's some slots available left for Kelly's retreat in November. I have to get all the details and I'll put them on here. I think it's called, I don't know, Empowered You. I'm so bad at this. I'm getting better. But, needless to say, it's just a bunch of women getting together and empowering one another and compelling one another to be their very best selves. And there's some really great workers there. I'll be doing some massage and some energy work and, you know, pumping them girls up in the name of love. Yeah, so create your life. Create what you want to do. Create more time for the things you love. You know, I talk to a lot of people that say, I don't have time to love myself, Sarah. It must be nice to have time to love yourself. I had to learn how to make it. I had to learn how to make time to love myself. I didn't have time to love myself either. I used to always say that. I don't have any time for that shit. Now I make time. I take tea tree showers in the afternoon just because I have time. Because my life is different than everybody else's. I love that in my life being different than everybody else's, I don't have to work hard to attract the people that are supposed to be in my life. They just come. When you're in alignment, the people that are supposed to be there, they just come right to you. I love you guys because we're all connected. Get lined up. Get your energetic body lined up. Learn about your energetic body. Clear out your energetic body. Connect yourself with the divine. Have a lot of fun with it. That's how you co-create. I love you because we're all connected. One love.